And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Thrive Labs, the best place to learn everything about technical analysis, financial markets, and trading education in general. Today, I'm going to be walking you through the very, very volatile period that we have seen on Bitcoin over the past week, as we have jabbed through all-time highs. I will be telling you exactly what has happened, how the technical tools that we use each and every day in our trading community really come into play and serve us really well to make profitable trades. And of course, I'm going to be talking about what am I looking for next on Bitcoin. So stay tuned, watch the video till the end if you want to know exactly what I am going to look forward to. Let's dive straight into it. Hit the like and subscribe and the notification bell button, because this information obviously is time sensitive and you want to be aware the moment that it comes out. You want to have that notification so that you can boom, get to the video right away and get your information from the source directly. All right, so let's get started. I already have opened the Bitcoin chart in front of me over here, as you can see. And basically what we've been doing is I'm going to simplify the chart quite a bit, right? So basically what I'm saying here is if we dissect the structure and take the chart for what it is, and this is on a 4-hour time frame, we can say like, okay, do you know what? We started really, the last move started from $50,000 onwards. Since then, we have made an increase in price to $64,000, put in a triangle, broken out in a bullish way from that, and as a matter of fact, we have tested that all-time high. How do I know it's all-time high? Well, simply what we can do is, click our magnet tool, click on our horizontal ray, and it would snap automatically to the candle wick. We can class this as a key level, and that is how we can measure on the lower time frame to see if we actually did breach all-time high. And as you can see, little circle around it, we did breach all-time high, and since then we've seen a massive rejection. As we were breaking all-time highs, I have done a live stream, so I've covered this event live and we've traded this live on stream within our trading community, and that is how ultimately we have been able to benefit from a 15% drop to the downside. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Using technical analysis, reading the order flow correctly, looking at how the emotions are running together, combining all of that within our execution methodology allowed us to benefit from this move significantly. So what happened and why did we bounce from the place that we went through before? Well, simply put, as price is ranging over here, I'm simply going to be drawing a box over here. As price is ranging and forming the triangle over here, this is a decision-making period. This is a period where people are deciding whether price should travel up more, right? Or this is expensive enough, or this is overpriced, and we should actually travel downwards. Now that means that once price is actually making a decision, and that decision is confirmed by breaking out, in this case to the upside, that means that people have commonly agreed that price is cheap and should travel higher. Then that also means that this was a decision-making area, and as price was traveling outside of this region, should price come back to it, it should act as support, right? You can look for the top of the range, you can look for the middle of the range, or you can simply look for the low of the range. Now, due to the fact that we've seen hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of people trading for the break of all-time high, you can imagine that the emotions ran extremely high. And that caused us to initially see a lot of people actually buying the breakout, providing that fuel to initially get that little rejection, and then ultimately for everybody who was, over leveraged traders, essentially, taking them, shaking out the weak hands, essentially. And that sparked a major drop to the downside, taking out a bunch of these lows before actually stabilizing and making our way back upwards, right? And that brings us to the place where we are at today. right? Because basically what I would say is since then we have made a bounce, we've established a new high, we've established a new higher low, and we have established a new higher high. However, we have seen some resistance over here, which, you know, essentially saying we are currently simply in a range-bound environment where we see that resistance coming in at $68,000 and we have that support level serving us really well at $66,000. And simply as long as we remain within these boundaries, that is how we can trade it. And boy, oh boy, have we done that successfully. Because as you might already know, in our trading community, I do give video updates every time anyway when the market is volatile, but I also do it on set days where I go over the day and I make my day trading plan in advance. And within that update, as you can see, I gave a very, very, very specific key level over here where I deemed price that would be a resistance that simply nobody would see, right? That simply nobody would see or be aware of. They would look for higher prices. They would look for all-time highs. Yet we saw that reaction coming in over here yesterday. Boom, trading into it, getting a rejection once again, once more, and now getting that rejection once again. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this. This is all done in advance. Analyzed, identified, build a plan around it, looking to how I'm trading that piece of price action. And then when it does happen 12 hours later, finally, you know, we get that reaction into this key level. I put it on Twitter as well, right? And we get that really nice reaction. And that brings us the profits that we need as day traders to simply, you know, one trade a day keeps the day job away. And as a matter of fact, it gave multiple trades. But this was the really nice trade that we were all looking for and allowed ourselves to get actually into and profit, you know? And, you know, so if you want to know how I establish that particular key level, I go about this in these videos that I do each and every single day. So if you want to learn about this, if you want to know these levels in advance, ladies and gentlemen, we are in a bull market. It is time to get yourself educated. If you want to know how do you find these key levels and how do you act when price is actually reaching there, then just simply wait no longer, right? Wait no longer. Here below in this screen, you see a link. The first word, thrivelabs.io. Go to the website, get yourself a membership, you know, where you will have access to that community, where you have access to a dedicated academy with course material that learn you everything you need to know from scratch, right? That is, in my opinion, a great investment. Because if you would simply invest this money simply in the market alone, and if you don't have the right knowledge, if you don't know what you're doing, it's basically, you know, throwing it down the drain, right? If you don't know what you're doing, you need to take profits. You need to handle your emotions. You need to know where to take profits and how to take profits and when. You need to learn all of this stuff, right? You know, you need to learn it. You need to learn it. You need to be in control of your own future. Getting educated is the way that you do that, right? All right. So now, oh, and by the way, if you then are looking to trade, I do have something really cool to share. You can, if you feel ready to trade, you know, you need an exchange, right? And we are, at least personally, I am trading on my favorite exchange that I'm using at the moment, really a lot, which is called 2bit, and they have a very nice exclusive offer for us. They actually offered us to, if you sign up through the link that you can find in the description below on this video, then on your first deposit during the month of March, you are actually able to receive back 30% of that deposit that you're doing on that exchange. And I think that's a really sweet, great deal where you can simply, you know, experiment, explore, and get your feet wet into the trading space. Or if you're simply looking for a new exchange, if you have exchanges that are succumbing to regulations, for example, 2bit doesn't have KYC, very easy to use. It's actually very liquid. I use it every single day. You know, it's a great exchange. It's a great exchange. I do recommend trying it out or checking it out at the very least. If you decide to do so, then this month there's this thing going on that you can make use of. Find the link in the description below. And now let's come to a conclusion on Bitcoin. So where are we at right now? What am I looking for next? At the moment, I would say we are simply in a range-bound environment. And with a range-bound, I mean we are simply trading in a sideways channel. It certainly does look like, we are forming some sort of an upward sloping triangle, or an ascending triangle is the actual keyword. While having that bullish market structure established, it does make sense for us to see higher prices again. After all, at the moment, we are still in a bull market. The one thing that I do not necessarily like is the fact that this consolidation takes longer than expected, making it look a little bit more corrective to me, and therefore the probabilities are in the cards that we are going to see yet another drop to the downside in order for us to perhaps form a larger consolidation region, right? That I have explained in this video that you are seeing right here now below. Or at the end of the video, I can't remember when you're seeing the video recommendations, but in that video that you're gonna see over here, this is where you can see how price behaved at previous all-time highs, right? This is very common for all-time highs, right? And that is my only worry. However, this is what I want to happen. And as traders, you can never trade what you want to happen. You can only trade what is actually happened by looking at the facts. And the facts at the moment are currently Bitcoin is in a range-bound environment with resistance coming in at $68,000, provided by our magical key level over here, $68,000. I put a framework around it, a sideways channel, which is also very well respected, and that gives us initial support at 66,800, as you can see, and then ultimately another rail of support at $65,500. Should we lose that 65,500, then this is officially a sign of weakness, and what is right now a gut feeling of me thinking like, hey, this looks corrective, we can have a bigger drop. Only when that actually happens, that would shift that gut feeling into a market fact and something that we can act upon and can actually benefit from by taking trades with trading with that local trend. For example, a short trade down to further support levels. Until then, we're simply range bound and the probabilities remain in favor of higher prices. But with this video, I hope that you are now fully aware of levels to the downside and when this idea on the local time frame is changing by showing you correct, high quality technical analysis and my mindset behind it. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you a great weekend ahead, and hopefully this serves you well. And I'm more than happy to see you joining the tribe where I'm very delighted to teach you everything that I know about trading. Cheers, everybody, and goodbye.